Welcome. I want to welcome you in to a special presentation today. But before we do, I want you to take a moment. Let's take a moment together and pause and breathe. What I want to invite you to do is breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. You can close your eyes if you want. You can leave them open. If you're sitting down and you feel like, wow, this has been a busy week, a busy day, a busy weekend, I welcome you to put your hands on top of your thighs, palms down. Just begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Notice the sounds, birds, maybe some ambient noise. Just gradually deepen your breath, nice and easy. Maybe soften up your jaw a little bit. Just let your jaw loosen. Maybe soften up your brow, your forehead. Just let it loose. Just keep that breath nice and smooth in and out through the nose. You might hear some noises. You might feel some sensations in your body. Just allow that peace, stillness. You might feel some sensation in your feet. Maybe you feel your feet grounding into the surface that you're on. And as we move through this breath, I want you to notice there's a pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. It's very subtle, but it's there. Just notice it. Whatever thoughts are coming in, just let them go. You might be wondering, what are we doing here? You might be thinking, wow, this feels really good. Just welcome whatever's there and then let it go. You're meant to be here at this point in time. When you're ready, maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit. Maybe flex your brow, soften up your jaw. And then when you're ready, Only when you're ready. Just begin to flutter your eyes open. And I just want to welcome you back here today. And this is a very special presentation. I want to welcome in our audience from Facebook, YouTube, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, many platforms we're streaming live, as well as whether you're getting this live or on the playback. This is Power of Pure Presence. My name's Austin, and this is all about living life fully now. And your brain may say, I don't get that. I don't understand that. I can't get there in this moment, but stay with this. If you're a reoccurring person, I welcome you. If you are here for the first time, I welcome you. And I want to share that this is our first time we're ever simulcasting. So we're simulcasting live to the Captor Connection Conference right now with Juanita Cap and Alejandro J. Tornado. So I'm grateful for this space today. Very grateful. We have a guest here with us who you'll learn about at the end. I have a couple things planned, but this is about you, and this is about you finding that deeper part of you. There's nothing wrong with you. And if you felt that breath, I want to share with you. I know Angel talked about it as well, and she lives and breathes this. Literally, is that many of you will feel different things when you find that breath. But type in the chat if you felt stillness. Type in the word stillness. And even if you only felt it for a moment, but it was fleeting. I see Deborah Smart felt it on the Captor call here. Jose. We have Juanita, Mandy. Absolute stillness. And how long did that take? Did you feel peace? Did you feel connection? Raul, stillness. Gordon Melville, stillness. Angel, 2 seconds, right? I get choked up because it's so humbling and so powerful. And it just reminds me that, like, as we open up episode 19, my journey has brought me here with you today. And it's an incredible journey, just like yours is. But if you can relate to this, I was at a place growing up where I felt flawed, broken. I didn't measure up. And it began this chase and race, strive and drive mentality. Chase and race, strive and drive. Chase and race, strive and drive. And I was going to get there. I was going to take the mountain. And it's not that it's bad, but my identity was lost in it. And I wasn't living in the moment. I didn't know what it meant to be fulfilled. And I'm going to share this again. I trust this is going to touch you the way it touched me. This is the benefit. This is the genesis of this show. There's really a couple tenets that I'm going to share with you now. And I believe it's going to resonate with you like it resonates with me. It says this: we shall not cease from exploration. And the end of all of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. And that was originally published in 1943 by T.S. Eliot. You can imagine there was a war going on. And I believe that war elicited this part of this quote. And I liken this to the present moment. You're not going to cease from strive and drive. You're not going to cease from chase and race. You're not going to cease from exploration, nor should you. But the purpose of this show is that you arrive to this moment, and value it more than any other point in your life. Because this is the point where life is happening. And as it happens, on cue, the sun is coming out. The sun's coming out. So you may say, oh, wow, wait, why is that so? What does that mean? It's, again, just being so engrossed in the present moment that you can live life fully now. And the second thing I want to share with you about this show, and I'm going to read part of this. There's an old legend that tells that when God was making the world, it was asked, where can you hide the most valuable treasures so that they will not be lost? How can we hide them so that the lust and greed of men will not steal or destroy them? What can we do to make sure that these riches will carry on from generation to generation for the benefit of all mankind? So, in their wisdom, they selected a hiding place that was obvious, so obvious that it would not be seen. And there they placed the true riches of life, endowed with the power of perpetual self replenishment. And I want to offer to you that those riches are found in this present moment, that this present moment is the gift. Many people are, we can live our lives striving to get out of this moment. I want to feel something. I want to get that next love. I want to grab that next thing to get out of this moment. But your life is in this moment. This is where the true gift is hiding. And everything we do right now, that breath that you felt this morning, is the true gift of life. And that can be expanded. See, it's not, I'm going to leave here to get there where I'm going to feel fulfilled. I'm going to feel fulfilled now. And then I expand from here. And now I'm free. Doesn't that feel better than trying to be something for somebody else, get somewhere for some validation point in the future? And I trust you from every fiber in my being that when you tap into the present moment and your deepest self and you expand out from there, you are transcendent. You will change lives from a deeper place. Purpose, not to prove, purpose to serve. Mandy spoke about it in her poem this morning, heart-centered servant leadership. And it's beautiful, and it's for every one of us. You don't have to be something for someone else. You just need to tap into who you truly are. The divine has put an imprint on your soul. And when you try to make it everything but it's what it truly is when we run into trouble. We get caught in the thought. We get caught in the mind. And so this show, and we're going to do it right now. The show is going to be filled with some words and some emptiness. And so I'm going to step away, and I just want you to pause. And maybe something's already come up for you, and we want to grab some shares. If there's some shares that we want to grab, I want to make sure we honor everyone that's listening here. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm just going to step away. I invite you to look around this location. I'll give you a little bit about the location. So I'm sitting. It's called Princeton Battlefield, and it was part of the war, the Great War here, with the British and the Americans for our freedom. And so a great battle ensued here. And as you're listening to this, there might be a battle in your mind, the battlefield of the mind, right? But take a moment and just step away, and just observe. See if you can just be in the moment fully. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. chills. I have goosebumps. I hope you do too. Do you? Yeah. It's really powerful. It's humbling. And some people get overwhelmed by the present moment. Nature, we find the answers to all of our quest. Vanilda is on the Captor Connection Conference. And I got something I always like to pull up surprises. So if you're a forager, who likes, is it foraging? I think it's called foraging. You go out into the forest and you grab the resources. So I came across this thing here. And I haven't researched it yet. So I thought, let's have some fun. Maybe somebody can tell me what this is. Maybe I should take a bite out. I won't do that because I don't know what's in it. But maybe somebody can tell me what this is. And maybe there's some application to this. Okay. How we doing, Juanita?
Absolutely phenomenal. Enjoying every special moment in the power of pure presence. Please don't take a bite. I have no idea what that is.
I won't, I promise. Not until the show is over. Okay. Good morning. I see my one of my high school friends, Bobby Henderson, just jumped on. Good to see you, Bobby. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the show because I'm excited to share a couple other things about it. Before I do, I want to share the show came from Flashpoint. You've heard Flashpoint mentioned. Flashpoint, manifesting the moment of your big breakthrough, right? Well, that's a future strive. Well, how does this work? Well, there's a old belief that says everything's a paradox and all truths are half truths. So it's not, again, we shall not cease from exploration. We shall not cease from that big vision, that big goal. But I want you to enjoy now. I want you to live life fully now, that there's no future moment you're going to get to that's going to make now better. Now only gets better when? Now. And then we expand from now. And we talked about the breath. I need to talk about the breath. There's a book out called Breathe, and I've been reading it. And the ancient wisdom says that everything comes from the breath. And the breathing through the nose fires more oxygen into your body. That your body was engineered to breathe through the nose. That when you find the deep breath, some ancient philosophy says that deep conscious breath connects you to your truest, best self, your essence. Imagine if you just went through life and remembered this: the quality of your life is the quality of your breath. When you find that deep breath, you go, and it falls in line with Power of Pure Presence, because when you find that deep breath, your body synchronizes. Julie Gandy talks about this in Peace and Love Amplifier. She's one of the sponsors. That coherence, your brain and your heart become synchronized. That's why what you've experienced here today, you may not be able to fully explain it, but what's happening, your heart and your brain are now in sync. You're connecting to the deep part of yourself, where the rhythm of the body, it's almost like, I don't, okay, so it becomes in harmony. The opposite of dis-ease is harmony. So if we can get in harmony, that's why you hear breath all the time. If we can get in harmony, we give ourselves the opportunity to come from a deeper, better place. It's where healing takes place. Are you with me? Hashtag pause and breathe. You can pause and breathe anytime throughout the show. James Nestor. Thanks, Jose. Incredible book, all about breath. And the thing I want to impart to you is that for those of you that meditate, congratulations. But you may not be a meditator. And that's why this show is powerful. And that's why the show is set up this way. It's content, it's pause and breathe. Because what's life? Sometimes you can't go and life's happening. You can't sit and meditate for an hour or half hour. But can you step away and pause and breathe? Yes, we just did it. Let's do it now. Pause and breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. And every time you do it, you're training your nervous system. You're training yourself in this moment. Bobby, I can relate. You know, the mind is obsessive. The mind is obsessed with content. I'm about a mile from Princeton University, one of the academic meccas of our society, Princeton University. I'm also 1 mile from Albert Einstein's home. And I got some interesting things to share about Albert Einstein. Before I do, this book, Flashpoint, Manifesting the Moment of Your Big Breakthrough, I'm going to ask DJ to share that. We have a book launch on December 16th in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. You can attend. It's not just a book launch. It's an event. It's a 4-hour event. And you can come in person. It's going to be networking, relationship building. It's going to be fun. We have a documentary we're releasing. I have a special guest here with me. So make sure you stick around for the end here. And we also are going to launch this book. Now, the reason why I want to share this is because one of the mantras that many of you know came from this book was get free, stay present, move forward. So I write about that in the book. And I'm just going to share a little bit about that now. This is something I want you to take with you. To stay present, begin to add some stillness into your life. Find time to pause and breathe throughout the day. There are different types of breathing that can bring you into the moment. For now, just breathe in and out through your nose. Breathe deep and allow your belly to expand so your lungs can fill to capacity. Pause and exhale through the nose and repeat. You will learn that it does not take much to usher stillness and presence into your life. One tip is to set up a timer or alarm on your smartphone with the title, Pause and Breathe. This is a great way to ensure you remember this simple and powerful exercise. It's simple. It's simple. And I just want to give a shout out to my dad here today. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, and Veterans Day was November 11th. He was a Marine. And I was just thinking about him over the weekend. And I can tell you, my dad was not present. My dad was reflecting on the past, painful past, being in a war, and just seemed to be lost in thought much of the time. And so I just want to give a shout out to him and all the veterans that served all over the world, that put their life down and fought for their country or a cause. So let's talk about this. We got 1025. Okay. In daily life, we are often lost in thought. We get lost in regrets about the past and fears about the future. We get lost in our plans, our anger, and our anxiety. At such moments, we cannot really be here for ourselves. We are not really here for life. Practice makes it possible for us to be free, to rid ourselves of these obstacles and establish ourselves firmly in the present moment. Practice gives us methods we can use to help us live fully in the present. This is from Thich Nhat Hanh Peace Cards. Thich Nhat Hanh, the Vietnamese monk. And it's ironic that I shared my dad. I didn't plan this, but He was exiled from his country because he stood for peace. So while the Vietnam War was going on, he stood for peace. He got exiled from his own country. And then years later, some of you know his work, his writings about peace. He's just an incredible. He just passed away recently. So check in with yourself right now. Just check in with you. That's what this is about. Just continue to find that pause and breath. Notice if you're overthinking. And the sheer awareness of it begins to change it. Because a lot of times our interpretation is, oh, there I go again. Oh, I can't do this. I can't get this right. How many of you know what I'm talking about? You get upset with yourself because you're overthinking. Thanks. Thanks, Gordon. Thanks, Juanita. Appreciate that. If you find yourself getting frustrated with yourself, am I the only one that does that? Just notice it. And the more you do that, you'll notice it just vaporizes. It's gone. But when you go, oh, I'm not good at this. I'm not getting it right. I'm far. I'm off. I want you to take that energy and just notice it. And say, the moment I'm aware of it, the moment it changes for the better. Not the moment I'm aware of it, I get deeper into judging myself and others. That's what we do. A lot of us will, I've been guilty, we'll notice it, and then we go deeper into judgment instead of going, epiphany. I'm aware of it. Because now that I'm aware of it, I can let it go. And then I can breathe, can pause and breathe. And then I can recenter and come from that place. And we call that coming from a place of peaceful power, poised, planned, and on purpose. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor. We have a couple sponsors here now, and I'm excited. Miss Julie Gandy. Is Julie on with us now? Is Julie, if you're on, Julie, like, say hello. Julie's brand is Peace and Love Amplifiers. And I'm going to ask DJ to share that, Peace and Love Amplifiers. I went through a process with Julie Gandy, Peace and Love Amplifiers, where she helps her clients create coherence. I had a profound epiphany that she walked me through a process, and it was transformational. So if you haven't connected with Julie, make sure you do. Make sure you do, because I know it'll definitely help you. And then we also have Duchess DJ Love. She's a sponsor of this show, Gallivanting Like a Royal. DJ has been to all 50 U.S. states, and she's been to 10 countries. And she uses travel not really as a vehicle for presence, to bring people an experience, but also to share with them that they too can travel on a budget. And she's got a full plate. Like, if you look at her, you think that's why she calls it Gallivanting Like a Royal, but she's got a full plate, and she does this. She's really amazing. So I want to make sure you connect with Duchess DJ Love. And we're so grateful. I'm grateful to Julie Gandy and Duchess DJ Love for sponsoring this show, because this show is going to grow, and we feel that this is what the world needs right now as we move forward. I want to share with you, we're going to pause again in a moment here, but I want to share with you, I'm about 1 mile from Albert Einstein's home. How cool is that? He lived right near the campus of Princeton University. And so I have a couple quotes for you that I want to share from Albert Einstein, since we're so close to where he lived. Now, it's a private residence. I tried to get in there, but I would probably get in trouble, because it's a private residence. While it's on the historic reserve, it's still private. So let me share some of his quotes that I think will resonate with you. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. Albert Einstein. Life preparation for life is a preparation for the future. And the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. That's interesting. And I like this last one here. We know from daily life that we exist for other people first of all, for whose smiles and well being are our own happiness depends. We know from daily life that we exist for other people first of all, for whose smiles and well being our own happiness depends. I think that says it all. That just says so much. That's why we're here. And we just need to be reminded of that we can tap into the deepest part of ourselves. We can live more in the present moment. We can live life fully now. And we can be free to express from the deepest place. We can live for others. A life that's lived for, and by the way, there needs to be an asterisk here, not sacrificing yourself. Jim Rohn said, I will take care of me for you. I will take care of me for you, right? Not the other way around. Because some of us will take care. And I think Angel was very transparent on what happened to her this morning, right? On the Captor Connection conference, right? She let her own battery drain and then she had to recharge, right? So it's so important to realize that when we step back and recharge our own batteries, that we fill ourselves up, then we can go back out and we can serve greater. And we can also deserve greater. My mentor says we serve greatly and then we deserve greatly. Let's not forget that, right? To receive with a joyful heart, not, oh no, you look great. Nah. How many of you have done that? Someone's giving you a compliment in the present moment and you say, no, you're robbing them. You're taking that gift away. All right. I'm going to check in with everybody here because actually, before we do, I want to pause and give a moment. Juanita, real quick, are we good?
Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much.
Okay. So this show is about presence. It's not about Austin's mouth moving. My mouth moves to provide context for you. The words are pointers, directions, where to look. It doesn't tell you to experience. I'm not here to tell you what it is really. I mean, I am in some respects, but it's for you to experience. So as I step away again and I pause and breathe, listen, feel, trust, allow, and just see what opens up. What are you feeling? Just what are you feeling right now? Just type it in. Look deep into nature and then you will understand everything better. DJ, who said that? I know that. Oh, who said that? Was that Henry David Thoreau? Excitement. Okay, we have DJ's feeling excitement. What else do we have? Albert Einstein. We had the Albert Einstein quotes, right? What are you feeling right now? Just type it in. And if you're in the Captor Connection conference, what are you feeling right now? And as you're reflecting on that, I want you to remember this. You're not here to achieve to become fulfilled. You're here to become fulfilled and then achieve from that place. Alejandro's feeling fully invigorated, at peace. Anilda's at peace. Peace that passeth all understanding. More aware of where I am. Diane from South Africa. What else do we have? Content, Juanita, content and gratitude. Life is beautiful. Life is best lived now, right? Clear mind. Gratitude, clear mind, Tiffany Gay. Thank you. Live life fully now. Believe you can, and you're halfway there, Roosevelt. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Connected to my higher self, Mandy. So, Juanita, do we have any other shares there that are worth calling out while we have a couple minutes here?
Beautiful shares here. Thank you, Austin. We've got Gordon D. Melville, the long-bearded guy, saying awareness of now, fully present. Marianne Pageant said love and peace. Alejandro Tornato, life is encapsulated in every moment.
Life is encapsulated in every moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We have Michael saying he's aware of some sadness in this moment.
I just want to honor Michael for that, really, because the present, it's about trusting what arises up in you, because it's there to communicate. I've had moments where I've worked with people and the present moment has overwhelmed them. They've got into tears, but there's something there. And I call it the beautiful surrender. In the book, I write about the beautiful surrender when we let go and let God, when we stop the constricting and fighting and trying to do everything we can to manipulate, to not feel. So, Michael, I want to honor you for sharing that and honor yourself. This isn't about the present moment. It could be observing the tree. It could be observing your big toe. It could be something rose up and you don't even know where it came from. And you might feel overwhelmed. Just allow it and observe it. Something deeper could be coming through. A flashpoint moment. Perhaps there's a something rising up in you that needed to come out in this moment. Yeah, send Michael some love and light. Really appreciate that. He's on the Captor Connection conference. And one of the things we use, I'll do this here. Here it is. So one of the things we do with our show Oh, thank you for, yeah. So Princeton Battlefield, Mercer County, New Jersey, United States, is where the American and British troops fought each other on January 3rd, 1777, in the Battle of Princeton during the American Revolution. And this was a key battle for the Americans and George Washington's army. A lot of people perished here. But if you think about it, the battle for freedom, right? The battle for freedom, there could be a battle in the mind. There's a battle in the mind, and that you might be going through right now. And I want to share this. We share this during the Flashpoint show, but this is the hourglass. And as you look at the hourglass, the sand is flowing through it, right? And we see it. We can see that, and we share this because it's a physical representation of time passing. And what I used to do is I used to try to get out of here and get to this future grain of sand. When I get there, everything's going to be great. And I would just keep trying to get to that future grain of sand, like hyper focused on the future, destination addicted, if you will. And then when my ego would get involved, and my ego would get damaged very easily. My ego would like kind of crawl back and constrict. And then I might go back and say, see, you're not good enough. And then I would go back to the past, and I would regret the past. And this whole journey for me, and why I'm here today, is that I've learned to live more fully in the present moment. And the hourglass is a representation of that. And I had a conversation with Gordon Melville about this, and we were talking about how while the hourglass is unfolding, I can't, like, if it's this way, the sand's gonna come through. But if I just move it a little bit, I can start to be intentional as the moment unfolds. I can fully feel what's arising in the moment, right? I can allow the emotion to come through. And then I can say, well, maybe I can put an intention, as Mandy talked about this morning. I can put an intention into this, and I can tilt it and maybe go in the direction of, and allow the moment to unfold and be fully in the present moment. I want to share this quote from Benjamin Franklin, and it actually came up last night in some conversation. I think it's good to share. Benjamin Franklin said in the 1700s, the present moment, the present age is never the golden age. The present age is never the golden age. What is he saying? Written in the 1700s. He's saying, and that's what the topic of today's talk was, we're either romanticizing about the past or fantasizing about the future. And meanwhile, the present moment is the gift. It's where the treasure of life is held. It's all the exploration that we do, and then we arise here, power of pure presence, and we uncover something. Oh my gosh, it's been with me all the time. There's nowhere I need to prove, go, or do. It's right here. It's the art of being, not just the art of doing. And the art of being is here. It's pause and breathe. Is it, well, how can it be that simple? My brain says there's got to be a way. Show me the way. Where else would you start? With pause and breathe, which we know the science keeps coming back, connects you with the deepest part of yourself, coherence. And then the beautiful, pure intention that arises from there is transcendent and life-changing for you and everyone around you. And it's the peace that passeth all understanding. And life is changed for the better forever. We have about 14 minutes left in this show. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's been here today. As we move into a closing sequence here, I want to check in with the Captor Connection call. I want to get your chats. Please, let's get your chats. As we close, we'll get another moment of, I have another story, but I got to share it now. I brought it up. So I heard the song this morning, and correct me, on the Captor Connection conference, was the brokenness. I'm beautifully broken or something. What was the name of that song, Juanita?
I'm broken, but it's beautiful.
I'm broken, but it's beautiful. So on this day in history, in 1979, I'll share this story real quick. It's coming in the present moment. I think you're going to like this. So in this day in 1979, a basketball player, a professional basketball player, did something that never was done before. He dunked the basketball, Not only did he dunk the basketball, he dunked it with such ferocity that it ripped the rim out of the backboard, which was glass, and the glass exploded. Onlookers thought a bomb went off. Glass shattered into the air. It was the Philadelphia 76ers. It was Darryl Dawkins, aka Chocolate Thunder. And glass went everywhere. It went in Dr. J's hair. He dunked on a gentleman. Robinson was his last name. And the glass was in his arm, broken. The glass was broken. But then 3 years later, the collapsible rim and the unbreakable backboard was created for future generations, for future basketball players to be able to dunk the basketball without it breaking. So sometimes when something is breaking, it's making way for something. Not sometimes. If something is breaking down in your life, you have the capacity to feel it. Your DNA is wired for it. And now feel it's making the way for something new. And if you're having a tough time feeling, that's what the Captor Connection Conference is for. This is one of many. There's going to be more. So make sure you look that up. It's about that broken down to make way for something better. So 1048, Juanita, do we have any other shares, any other questions? Because I have a special guest here I promised to meet. We have an announcement about what's happening in my world. So kintsugi is the Japanese art. That's another great thing to look up. Thank you, Mandy. Appreciation is the highest form of prayer, for acknowledges the presence of good wherever you shine the light of your thankful thoughts. Alan Cohen. So I'm going to pause here.
Thank you so much, Austin. We have Deborah Smart thanking you for taking us on this beautiful journey. Don Callahan is saying broken crayons can still color. So beautiful. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful metaphor.
Nice. That's nice.
So I want to we're gonna come in for a nice, beautiful. We're just gonna expand the moment right now. We got 10 minutes left. I do want to share. I have a guest here. Somebody who you'll know, who's helped me out today. Say hello, Marilyn.
Hi.
So this is Marilyn Morales, everyone, on the Captor Connection, right? And on the show here. And Marilyn came out today because Marilyn is in our documentary called Flashpoint, which is manifesting the moment of your big breakthrough. So on December 16th, we have a documentary premiere. It's a Friday evening. It's a book launch. It's a documentary, and Marilyn's going to be a part of that. And she came out today for this reason, but also to help me create two connections so we could make this happen, right?
That's right. That's right.
So give Marilyn some love. Marilyn, anything you want to share for a minute or two?
Sure. Just a few minutes. Clarity and confirmation come from being in nature. And I got both. I got both while I'm sitting here listening to Austin. He mentioned, we're here to serve others. And that was more clearer to me than sitting here today, that I'm here so that someone else can have another day, can make an impact in that day. We're here on a battleground, and that was hugely significant because some of us are casualties of war that we didn't sign up for, right? Whether it be a physical war, an emotional war, those that perished in 9/11, they didn't sign up for that, right? But it's what we do with that that's important. What do we do in the next moment? What do we do in the next moments until God calls us back? That's what's important. I found out what that is. That's an Osage orange.
Wow.
An Osage orange, after the Osage Native Americans.
Wow.
A hedge apple, they call it. It is for barriers. It's an impenetrable barrier caused by the tree that this comes from. So how significant is that? How many times do we not have barriers that we put in ourselves? We surround ourselves with barriers.
Wow.
It's time to set that down.
Wow.
Time to set that down. And let's move forward, as
Wow.
Austin says.
That's so powerful. That
Thank
is so powerful. Now, wow. Is that amazing? That was not, that's completely unplanned.
Completely.
That is beautiful. So beautiful.
Very significant.
And by the way, Marilyn said to me, is it always like this? Because she had to trudge through a field. It was all wet grass, her shoes.
Yeah, every time I work with Austin, it's raining, it's
Yeah.
overcast.
And by the way, Marilyn was on an episode we did at the Flight 93 Memorial.
That's right.
We did a dual stream of Power of Pure Presence. You definitely want to check that out. If you go to my website, austinhaynes.com, you'll see it, Power of Pure Presence / Power of Pure Presence. It's on there. You'll see the one where Marilyn was on talking about her experience at 9/11. It's life-changing. I'm telling you, you watch this episode, it was just amazing.
Impactful.
It was just amazing. Just a word about Flashpoint, since you're going to be in the documentary, just quick. What would you share about Flashpoint? You're just quickly.
Listen, that the experience was transformational. I encourage anyone who is thinking about it to go to Flashpoint 5.0.
5.0.
Stop thinking, start doing. And as I always say, just say yes. Let it happen.
Yep. So thank you so much. We have a few minutes left. I want to check in with Juanita and everybody here today. I just want to send you an ocean of love. Yes.
Hey, listen, Austin and Marilyn. So glad to see you, Marilyn. Absolutely incredible. And Austin, I mean the time that we have spent with you, as we were pausing and breathing, and I was closing my eyes, I was walking all around that battlefield. I mean, it was an incredible, inspiring background. How beautiful it is, and I just gonna say that everything resonated with me, my dear friend. But something that really is something that we need to think about is that when something is breaking down in us, it makes way for something even better.
Amen.
Amen.
What a great reminder that is, that we don't have to worry about things breaking down,
right?
Because the result is that something better is going to be born out of that. Thank you so very much, my friend. I love you very much.
Nothing but love for you all. And so for you, those of you in the live stream here, what Alejandro said, what resonated with him, Alejandro J. Tornado from the Captor Connection Conference, when something is breaking down, it's making way for something better, something beautiful. And that's what he just shared. So thank you so much. So Juanita, I know we're doing two things here. I really appreciate this simulcast today. I just want to give anyone an opportunity to share, type in as we close out here with the next couple minutes. And look, the sun. I'm feeling the heat of that sun.
I think that we have Jose Escobar who wants to ask a question or share a comment.
Yes, please, Jose.
Yes. Good morning. No question. I just want to honor you, Austin, and tell you that you are amazing. You always show up and give your all and pour into the present moment, as you say, right? And very much a giver, and just really love your passion for what you do, and excited to be here on the other end today with you, all of you, specifically what you were just doing. And Marilyn, good to see you, Marilyn. It's pretty cool to see you guys together. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you so much, and keep doing all the awesome work that you do.
Thank you, Jose.
I love it, Austin. I echo the words of Jose. Thank you so much for putting this on for us and for doing this simulcast today. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
You are a wonderful, wonderful friend. We love what you bring in Flashpoint and in the Power of Pure Presence. And the experience that you bring. I said that to everyone, I think before you joined the meeting for this morning, is you don't only bring the experience, you are the experience. And I'm going to stick with my words, because every single time we engage, that is the feeling that I get. And I know everybody in this meeting today is in awe of what you managed to accomplish today. So thank you from the Capital Connection Conference. We love you and we appreciate you. And everything that you brought actually ties in with the whole conference.
Yeah.
There is beauty in brokenness. And I just thank God for this wonderful moment. I'll never forget it. Alejandro, is there anything you want?
Yes, and I want to honor, I got the live stream here, so I'm not sure how much they can hear, but I really appreciate connecting with the Captor Connection Conference today, and thank you what you shared about Power of Pure Presence. I just want to invite everybody to do what's best for you. Maybe you just need to disappear and be in nature, say a prayer, just find some stillness in your life. But if you're looking for an action step, we have a book launch. I'm going to be streaming it live. You can come in person. It's on December 16th. We'll put that information up there. If you look up austinhaynes.com, all the information's there. We want to put some loving arms around you and have you be a part of what we're doing here.
Thank you so very much, Austin and Jay. I can see that Anilda Davila has wants to share something, please. But very quickly, Anilda, because we got our next speaker coming out.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm unmuted. Sure. Oh, perfect. Yeah, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to add that I comment. I have met Austin many years back. I'm honored and blessed to know him, and I participate in most of the things that he's put out there, all the shows, especially the Power of Pure Present. I think that I love the organic nature of his events, and the Power of Pure Present to me it looks like how would I say it? It's a lifeline. It's a lifeline for people that really need to come to that moment of awareness about their life. And I want to show him that I have a reminder every day.
Oh.
And for my own state of being and mental being, to remember to pause, breathe, and hydrate. Blessings, Austin. It's an honor to know you.
Love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. So everyone on the show, I'm going to end it for our live stream, Power of Pure Presence. You can find it on Roku, Amazon Fire TV. It has its own channel there. YouTube, you can find it on the playback. We're just so glad you were here today, everyone. So God bless you. There we go.
God bless you, Austin.
Where's
Thank
the
you
outro?
so very much. And keep